Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Coming up on the program, Governor Sanwo-Olu launches Certified Structural Integrity Program. LASUBEB honors septuagenarians for their lifetime contributions to education, and Lagos State Government holds 2025 Lagos International Fire Safety Conference. Let's get the show started from the building sector. This time, the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has called for a unified, adaptable, and accessible building code to curb the menace of building collapse across Nigeria, stressing that safety in the building environment must become a collective responsibility. Governor Sanwo-Olu made the call at a one-day enlightenment program on incessant building collapse in Nigeria at the Tafawa Balewa Square in Lagos. Here's how it happened.
Addressing the issue of building collapse in Lagos and the country at large is the reason for this gathering at the Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos, where Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu joined them to discuss matters that affect safety of lives and property. The Lagos State Government, in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, has brought together all stakeholders in the built sector for a sensitization program that will help them improve safety standards in the industry.
In Lagos State, under the theme agenda of His Excellency, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, we have taken bold steps to strengthen building control, enhance compliance with code and integrity technology in the monitoring and enforcement from the Certified Structural Integrity Program, CSPIP, to this development of drones, satellite technology for inspection and change detection, and the Certified Accreditor Program, CAP, for allied professionals. Our focus has been clear. Every structures in Lagos State must be safe, sustainable, and fit for habitation. However, building safety is not the work of government alone. It demands partnership between policymakers, regulators, professional bodies, developers, and the community we serve. These workshops bring all of us into the same room to share knowledge, align strategy, and strengthen our resolve to prevent avoidable tragedy.
We know that building construction and building production is not only with the professionals, but it is with all of us. So we all have to be vigilant, and we need to bring ourselves together to talk to ourselves, properly, so that we can understand what we need to do. Today is not a day of many speeches. Mr. Governor has told us several things that we need to do to get across to the people. Very, very soon, we are going to have booklets in different dialects of our country, not just Yoruba, not just Egun, not just Igbo, not just Hausa, because Lagos is a city that has received everybody. We will have this, and we are going to send it around to everybody so that you can understand exactly what your role is in building production, building control, and prevention of collapse across the country. Never again, I say never again, will building fall under our watch. I want to give you just one statistic. This year alone, we have recorded in the last 20 years in terms of building collapse. If we continue this till the end of the year, the number of buildings that have fallen in the last 20 years will be fewest in this year. And I think we should give ourselves a round of applause.
The federal government says the National Building Safety and Structural Integrity Initiative aligns with the Lagos State Building Control Reform, which must be adopted across the state.
Our vision is to develop a national building safety and structural integrity framework that will, 1, enforce building codes through strengthened institutional mechanisms. 2, promote professional accountability across all stages of building design, construction, and maintenance. 3, standardize inspection and certification processes, including the Certificate of Fitness Initiative. Leverage technology such as EGIS, digital permitting, and real-time inspection reporting. 5, promote public awareness so that citizens can demand and uphold building safety standards. The Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, under my leadership, is determined to reverse the trend through proactive, coordinated, and sustained interventions. The federal government will continue to work hand in hand with states, professional bodies, and private sector players to harmonize our standards and enforcement protocol. The National Building Safety and Structural Integrity Initiative, NBSSII, is being rolled out as a nationwide program with the following strategic objectives: mapping and auditing existing building stock to identify high-risk structures, developing a unified national inspection regime, certifying existing and new buildings for safety and fitness, establishing a responsive enforcement mechanism against violations, and creating a data-driven reporting system to monitor building safety nationwide. Through NBSSII, we intend to prevent avoidable tragedies, instill professional discipline, and restore public trust in our construction sector.
Governor Sanwo-Olu emphasized compliance to building regulations and also pushes for a unified building code that will regulate the industry.
We believe this speaks directly to one of the most persistent challenges that is facing urban development in our nation and in most parts of the world. Every building collapse reminds us of a painful way that the tragic consequences could have been avoided. Negligence, corruption, regulation failure are some of the things that we see. And these things, they happen in our schools, they happen in our homes, in our various workplaces, in our place of worship. And we say that we must stop it. There must be an end to all of this. According to the Building Code, Building Collapse Prevention Guide in Nigeria, which we recorded about 180 in 2005, between 2005 and 2002. And we know that a significant percentage also happened in Lagos. But this year, we are beginning to see a massive reduction in incidents of building collapse. And with the way we're seeing it, by the end of the year, it will be the least in the last 20 years that we have seen of building collapse. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. It means that all of this, our stakeholder engagement and our proactive actions, is taking a proper line and is beginning to have impact. Professional negligence is not just an error. We see it as a form of social violence. No one should endorse or supervise a project that does not meet the safety standards and institutions that will be put forward to ensure that we can control and monitor at all times. Lagos State values its partnership with the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. We believe that this synergy with federal government will further strengthen our collaborative effort, and it will help us, put a final stop to some of these challenges that we see here today. And so we are calling on a uniform national building code that will be enforceable and will be adaptable to the local content. We're expecting the federal to support from training and retraining, inspectors, and approvals at all levels. We're also expecting that the National Register of Certified Professionals for approved buildings will also be put in place. We'll believe in an enhanced data sharing framework will also help the states and the federal government. We also propose measures that will strengthen regulatory environment. We're proposing the establishment of a national building tribunal, which will fast-track prosecution of offenders, incentive for compliance, tax rebates, and things that will ensure that developers do not cut corners.
The Lagos State government launched a certified structural integrity program urging the public to report illegal construction, distressed building, while the developers have the responsibility to adhere to building codes and regulation in order to prevent incessant building collapse in Nigeria.
Now let's turn our attention to the senior citizens, where the Lagos State government, through the State Universal Basic Education Board, hosted a heartwarming ceremony in honor of septuagenarians in basic education for their remarkable contribution in the sector.
Septuagenarians who have served under the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board are being celebrated by LASUBEB for the good works and impact that they have made during their tenure.
Oh yes, I have a better tomorrow.
The leadership of LASUBEB deemed it fit to honor the retirees for the foundation laid at the State Universal Basic Education Board.
Today, we honor a remarkable group of individuals who retired more than a decade ago, yet whose contributions continue to inspire and whose legacies remain deeply woven into the fabric of our community. This is not just an event to remember, but to acknowledge that the impact of true service lasts far beyond the years of active duty. Your hard work, sacrifices, and commitment have paved the way for those who came after you, and your example continues to light the path. Today, we celebrate your achievements, your journeys, and the enduring friendships we share.
It was also an opportunity to engage the senior citizens on self-care and regular checkup.
We should focus on a balanced diet, rich in fruits, vegetables.
Don't be annoyed at our mommies and daddies. What we are talking about, you know what we are facing in our body.
We are not all equal.
Oh, Grandpa.
So, I mean, I have like 500 naira which I want to use. So it depends on the situation of our country. So we have to manage our money. We can even make a balanced diet. We have so many people who are just working. They are just working. And it's my mistake. They are gone. So all we need to do is just make sure that we, at least from time to time, even if it's maybe like twice in a week, we should not take our health for granted.
You know how much we are feeling in our body.
We should just go to any nearby hospital and
do
our checkup.
The city executive chairman of LASUBEB and others encouraged the pensioners to keep in touch with the board by contributing invaluable information that will improve the education sector.
For anyone who has spent 25 years in service, that means you have dedicated not less than 9,125 days of your life for the service of the state. If you have spent 30 years in service, you have dedicated not less than 10,950 days of your life to the service of the state. And for those who have spent 35 years in service, that means you have dedicated not less than 12,775 years in service. I want you to appreciate yourself. If you dedicate, for example, 12,775 days of your life in service, then you deserve to be celebrated. Because what we are managing today in service are the foundation that you have laid for us to work on.
Again, I want to appreciate you all. You did well during your time, and we saw the legacy, and we are promoting that legacy now. And I want to say that we are happy to have you around, and we are happy to know that you left a good legacy for us. We will continue to appreciate you. Like the director said, the program was hot for some time, and we brought it back last year. And we hope to continue with this program by this year. And please, I'm saying again that we are still learners. Experience is the best teacher. And we are open to learning from you. We can't know it the way we have known it. We will still need you to share your wealth of experience with us. So, like I'm saying, that my door is open. Where you be and you feel you have opinions to give about any matter whatsoever, I think I welcome that.
Representatives of the pensioners commend the state government for honoring them and also appeal for the payment of their consequential arrears.
We thank the board chairman, Dr. Akim Shitu, for giving respect to and honoring senior citizens. And also we thank the board members of SUPREM for appreciating us. May Almighty Allah guide and guide you all in your undertaking. Amen. A Yoruba that says, Okuni Bonro. We will appreciate the board to assist us in discussing with the pension board to implement our following areas with immediate effect. 1. Consequential areas. 2. 32,000 implementation of additional salary as directed by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
As the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board gives assurance of continuous celebration of the septuagenarians, these senior citizens are hopeful that their arrears will be remitted as soon as possible in order to ease the economic hardship in the country.
Do you know that Lagos State has recorded a sharp drop in emergency cases related to fire incidents, rescuing 450 victims from potentially fatal fire incidents and salvaging property worth 117.12 billion naira across the state? Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who was at the Lagos International Fire Safety Conference, says the achievement can be attributed to a sustained infrastructure support for the state's emergency response team.
The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, his deputy, Mr. Kadri Hamzat, officials of the State Fire and Rescue Service, public and private sector players, traditional rulers converge on Victoria Island, Lagos for the 2025 Lagos International Fire Safety Conference to discuss public safety in Lagos State.
I want you to appreciate yourself.
The second edition of the Fire Safety Conference, organized by the State Ministry of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations, is to enlighten the public about safety during emergencies.
This year theme, leveraging technology and community engagement to prevent fires. It is apt, timely, and imperative. Given the increased frequency and severity of fire incidents, it has become crucial to rethink and rejig our strategy, hence Fire Conference 2.0. The devastating consequences of this incident on lives, livelihoods, property, and infrastructure demand that we work collaboratively and innovatively to continually safeguard our communities. As I earlier noted, this is the second edition of Lagos International Fire and Safety Conference being held in our dear state. It is undoubtedly a clear demonstration of Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, the Governor of Lagos State Administration resolved to the safety of lives and property of our dear citizens. A conference on fire disasters prevention and effective emergency management system couldn't have come at a better time than now, when there is a need for increased public awareness, campaign, and knowledge on fire disaster prevention and emergency management system.
As part of efforts geared towards the reduction of risks associated with fire injuries, the State Fire and Rescue Service announces that over 1,000 fire-related cases were addressed by the rescue team in 2024.
We have a total of 1,952 fire and related emergencies in the year 2024, out of which 1,607 are fire calls, fire incidents, while we have 172 surface, where we have tanker spillages, oil spillages, here and there. Altogether, we have 172. Rescue call, the firefighter rescue from well, capsized boats, open water. The total rescue we carried out in year 2024 are 1,150. Collapse of building, 15 cases. While explosion, that are partial, 8 incidences. The local government with the highest numbers of these fire call or emergency is Etiosa, where we have 254 incidences. Non-compliance to fire safety code, we have 831. Brethren, I want to bring to your notice, if you recall, in 2023, where we have 2,573 incidents, year 2024, we have 1,952. The 1,952 speak louder than what can say. A story of life in a statistics way. 1,952 is more than just a figure to see. It is a life, a story, a reality. Let's look beyond the numbers and see the faces of those affected and the struggle they face. For in the statistics, we find a true reveal of life impacted and future concealed. Statistics is more than just a number to know. It is a life, a story, a human to show. Let's remember the human cause of every statistic: injury, emotional trauma, psychological distress, displacement, economic hardship, and social disruption. We fight not just to fight a fire, but life and future that shine with all the might. Fire safety is not just all about equipment. It is about people, and the best fire fought is the one prevented.
The State Head of Service and other speakers commend the State Fire Service for its prompt response, urging the people to report any fire incident with immediacy.
I just want to commend the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service. I witnessed them in action in 3 occasions. Their response time was less than 10 minutes. It was particularly impressive. There was one particular one, it was a 12-story building. And the first truck that came, they had to go up the stairs. They all went up the stairs into the fire and put out the fire, and then they remained there for the next 4 or 5 hours. And I think I just want to give them a round of applause for them. I was there personally, and I saw how professional they was and how they handled it. There was another occasion, there was a bushfire, and how they handled that as well. It was really impressive. So they are very diverse, they are very brave, and I just want to commend you and say thank you.
They have done creditably well. We can imagine if we have lost assets and properties worth close to about 150 billion. We pray that the Almighty God will continue to protect our state. Our mega city status will not be diminished by fire incidents. Wọ́n ní tí wọ́n bá ń jó lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ilé èèyàn wa tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wa tábà tètè bá wọn dìde sí kó má jẹ́ náà yẹn náà ló máa wá pa wá gan fúnra wọn Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ àríró ẹ̀. Nítorí ìdí èyí ìjọba gan wọ́n ti ṣe àwọn ètò bíi àwọn nọ́mbà tí ẹ lè pè 112 àti 767 nígbà tí ìdágìrì àbí tí wàhálà iná àbí jàǹbá bá fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ bá wa save àwọn nọ́mbà yìí sórí fóònù yín fún emergency.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says the decline in fire emergencies in the state is a direct outcome of continuous efforts put in place by his administration to provide modern firefighting equipment that will address any fire disaster.
The level of communication and the level of engagement that we're having means that, the effort of the government and the effort of the private sector, all of us working together, is beginning to see the effect of a drop, about 20% drop in even the call out that we saw between 2023 and now 2024. Our belief is that by the end of 2025, we'll even have a better response time and a better, a reduced call up, from what we see and our ability to respond. So, Madam Director, thank you very much. We now have drones that we can quickly deploy to fly over an area to check what is burning. We have cameras that we can see, that we can, use to monitor and track. We have smoke detectors, alarms, almost in all facilities and institutions of government. We're also using real-time information so that firefighters know exactly where to go, what to do, and every moment of their call. These tools, we believe, will help save life, save time, and ensure that we have a very robust, well-to-go fire service men and women. The budget of the fire department in New York City is more than the total budget of Lagos. So you can see that we're just scratching it. The total budget for the fire department for 2025-2026 is about $2.6 billion. Our total budget as a state is shortly about that figure. So what it means is that we are still not there yet. 2 years ago, we gave the fire service over 60 trucks. We increased their capacity, we gave them vehicles, we gave them everything. About now, we're supposed to be replacing or replenishing all of those things. So when we come out and we say that a big city like this, we all have to collaborate and work together. It's because of what we see and how we need to be able to put the city in a level of preparedness and ability to respond to emergencies when it does occur.
The Lagos State government has restated its commitment to investing in technology infrastructure and procure more equipment that will tackle fire hazards promptly across the metropolis.
And that's the program for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Remember, obey all state laws, be the best you can, and most importantly, please live a healthy life. Bye for now.